Hello everybody, welcome back. So today I want to talk a little bit about Super Nintendo World, and if that doesn't interest you, then that's more than fine. But as you guys probably know at this point, I talk about quite a lot of theme park related stuff, whether it's rides, animatronics, attractions, merchandise, you name it, I'll talk about it as long as it's theme park related, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit of a sucker for theme parks. But today I want to talk about the merchandise of Super Nintendo World, because if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, yesterday I had a stroke when I found out that Nintendo are releasing Super Nintendo World exclusive Luigis. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I saw these and I had a heart attack the first time I saw them. My heart exploded because I need this and I'm gonna analyze this. I'm not kidding, I'm gonna analyze it. The Luigi plushes today, but I just kind of want to go over all of the merchandise for any of you guys who might be interested in Super Nintendo World. So if you're just here for the phobia stuff, maybe this video won't be for you. This is going to be a little bit of a one-off because I'm a big sucker for Nintendo anyway, if you couldn't already tell. So first of all, I'm just going to kind of scroll through here. Obviously, there's some of the stuff that we already knew about. There's like all the Mario gear and stuff like that. This is kind of the standard kind of stuff. This wasn't revealed before. They have like a Mario Kart racing jacket, which is kind of sick. Imagine actually being like a drag racer and you show up to a drag race in this. That'd be kind of dope. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of enjoy how Nintendo is copying Disney with the ears. Like, you look at that and you tell me you don't see Mickey Mouse ears in there. Like, come on, man. I think it looks infinitely cooler with the mushrooms on it, but it's very obvious where the inspiration came from. There's a lot of other interesting stuff, like they have exclusive hats, and they have this Goomba hat. It's like a gutted Goomba, right? It's like they've just taken the innards of a Goomba, and they've scooped his insides out, they've removed his guts, and now you just wear his dead carcass over your head. That's a very morbid thought, actually, now that I think about it. Let's never talk about disemboweled Goombas ever again. I don't think that's something I really am that interested in talking about. But regardless, there is a disemboweled Goomba hat. There's also the the flesh of Bowser, which is kind of interesting. That looks kind of dope. I'm not gonna lie, I would wear that pretty much everywhere. If I could, I would wear that in videos. If I could get my hands on that, I would wear that in videos. Because it covers my hair, right? It covers my hair, and then I just have to wear a mask over my face. That'd be really cool. I would actually do that. One thing I'm really interested in is this Chain Chomp hat. It looks like something you could wear in the rain because of the material of it. It looks like you could just do anything on top of it. Any sort of liquid would just kind of roll off the sides. Water, soft drinks from people on the Yoshi ride pouring it over the top of you because, you know, children go into a theme park, am I right? All sorts of things, you know, rain, heavy weather, in some cases, pee, if, you know, you get pissed on at the Nintendo park. But regardless, let's move on. There's a Yoshi hat too, which is kind of cool. The Boo hat is kind of nice, but it just looks like your average Boo plush that they've just gutted. So I don't know, I'm a little bit less of a fan of the Boo hat. It just looks very standard to me. There are a bunch of different hats, obviously this one being the best one on the market. And then they just released a bunch of like shovelware merchandise. Like I can see people buying this, leaving it in a drawer for 2 years after they get home from Nintendo World, and then throwing it away in some sort of charity sale. But it is a cool little memento. I think if you wanted a memento from the event, you would get something like this with the grand opening medallion on it. Not Mario glasses and a mustache. This is really interesting to me too, Mario and Luigi gloves, because it looks identical to Disney's Mickey Mouse gloves that they sell. Now, I'm 100% aware that Nintendo are taking a little bit of inspiration from Disneyland, but then again, that's probably just because Disneyland is the only big corporation to get their theme park out there and just have their own IPs in the park. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to put into words exactly what I want to say, but basically Nintendo and Disney, you know, they're kind of parallels. Nintendo is like the Disney of the video game world, so it makes sense that Nintendo would take a little bit of inspiration from Disney. But regardless, I don't really care. I don't see it as copying anyways. It's just kind of cool that they're at least selling some stuff to do with Mario's gloves. If there's one thing I wanted from the Nintendo park, it would be Mario's sweaty gloves. Anyway, moving on to the really cool stuff. You have these like keychains with the medallions on them. Chef Toad, which is really interesting to me. I'm not sure what Chef Toad is all about. There's actually a stuffed Chef Toad, which is really interesting to me. I really want to know what Chef Toad is all about. I don't know what his relevance is to this whole Nintendo World thing. Maybe we'll find out in the future. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe I'm just missing something and I'm just a complete brainlet. But regardless, this is the really cool stuff. The grand opening stuffed Mario with like the little medallion on the foot. I'm wondering if this is going to become an issue where the scalpers will grab it. If you guys don't know what scalpers are, they're basically people who buy en masse products, right? They buy products en masse and then they will sell them online. If you're not familiar with scalping, just Google the PS5 scalping situation. Basically, you buy a product that's in high demand and you sell it on eBay for a way higher price. You mark up the price to ridiculous amounts, and because you've bought the entirety of the stock, that's the only place you can get it, and therefore people are going to buy it from you, and then you make a profit in return. return. The issue with this is that it's extremely scummy, and no one really appreciates this technique used at all, if you can even call it a technique. I mean, it is technically a way to make money, it's just a really underhanded and scummy way of making money, because you're artificially inflating the price of a product. If you go to a store and you buy all of the merchandise in the store, and then you basically sell it yourself as if you've opened up your own store, do you see where the issue is there? You kind of see where I'm coming from? So I'm really hoping that these grand opening stuffed Marios are just there forever. I really hope that they don't come off the market. Not that I'm probably going to be able to get my hand on one, because I don't know when I'm going to be able to go to this stupid theme park, but I really hope it doesn't become a scalping situation and people will go to the park and they will buy a ton of stuffed Marios. Because let's be real here, right? I'm a Nintendo fan. I'm 20 years old, okay? So I'm an adult. I've been a legal adult for 2 years. I don't feel like one. I feel like a fucking idiot. But regardless, I'm fully aware that I am a fan of Nintendo and I'm an adult. But let's keep in mind that Nintendo's demographic is supposed to be to everyone, but they do gear a lot of stuff towards the younger audiences and the children. And I know there are a lot of people out there who are going to try and scalp this thing, or anything from these parks for that matter, and sell them online at extortionate prices. And I'm really hoping that people don't do that, because that would be really, really scummy, considering Nintendo's trying to do this for kids as well as us adults. So I'm really hoping that everyone remains respectful and that people try and leave some for the rest of us. The way I see it, if there's a small child that wants this Super Mario plush with the medallion on the foot, and there's only a few left in stock, if you only need one of them and you only want one of them, leave some for the rest of us, you know? Leave some for that child that wants one, because at the end of the day, that would make them a lot more happy than some guy buying it off your eBay page. And even then, if a parent wants to buy this for their child because they can't afford to take their child to the actual theme park, and the child knows about the merchandise at the theme park and they've said, hey mom, I want this grand opening stuffed Mario, she can't go online and buy that for regular retail price from you secondhand, because you've inflated the price artificially. I hope that gives you some insight as to how scalping works and the effects of it, but regardless, I'm not here to rant about scalping or anything today, so let's move on. Then you have the regular stuffed Mario, which I kind of dig how you can kind of see the overalls or over the legs and stuff like that. It's not just all one piece, which is really cool on Nintendo's part. I really appreciate the effort that they've put into these. It kind of reminds me of the old like Mario Party 5 plushes, which came out like when obviously when Mario Party 5 came out. You can see the image of it here. This is kind of what it looks like. So you can kind of see the similarities there with the whole overalls being a separate piece to the actual plush itself. Obviously there's this Luigi one as well, and for the life of me I can't find the actual image of this anymore, so I'm wondering if it was a leaked image and it's been taken down in the time that I found the image and I'm now making this video. But this is the Luigi. There is a Bowser and a Peach as well, but both of those don't really look all that cool. You can definitely see like the denim, like the detail of the denim in there on the Luigi as well. It's really exciting, and especially to me as a massive Luigi fan, it is really, really interesting to me. And the fact that there's so many of them as well, I'm not gonna lie, I would probably spend hundreds in these merch stores. I'm not one to give massive companies all of my money, but you know what, I can make a few exceptions. So this is just really exciting to me. All this merchandise that I didn't even know was gonna be a thing is now suddenly a thing, and it's really, really cool. This is definitely what I'm excited for the most though. And there's another image of the Marios that I cannot find for the life of me. I really wish I could find it, but I can't. And there were a bunch of different sizes of Marios. So there were like small ones, there were like medium-sized ones, and then there were like massive ones too, which I'm really excited for, because if there's massive Marios, that also means there's going to be massive Luigis. And you know what that means? I'm a big fan of massive Luigis in every sense of the word. So this is really, really hyped for me, and I just wanted to make a video talking about it. So obviously these things as well, these are like the bands that you use at the park. Now originally when these first were announced, I thought they were just bands that you wear on your wrist, and I thought, well, that's kind of stupid. Why would anyone buy that? But you actually need them to take part in all of the augmented reality, virtual reality features that the park offers. It's kind of weird that Nintendo are charging extra to be able to interact with all of the features in the park, but you know what? I'll let it slide just because we're finally getting a Nintendo theme park, even if they are milking it just a little bit. But regardless, this is really, really exciting to me. I'm really, really excited, and this particularly gets my heart racing. So maybe I'm just a sucker for merchandise, maybe I'm just a fanboy, and you know what? I'll throw my hands up and say maybe I am. But at the end of the day, at least I'm honest about it. I just wanted to kind of showcase some of this stuff because this is really, really cool to me. I'm really into theme parks. I'm a big fan, especially the Nintendo ones. I'm really excited for the Orlando theme park to open up as well, because that's going to be insane. But regardless, that's the end of today's video. So I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for similar content in the future. If you want to chat to me and other fans of the channel, you can join our Discord server. The link will be in the description below. But anyways, yeah, like I said, that is the end of today's video. So I hope you guys did enjoy, and I will see you all in the next one.